In the dawn of humanity, the book of Genesis tells a story. It's a story of two brothers, Cain and Abel. They were the first children of Adam and Eve. This tale is as old as time, yet it speaks to the darkness that can reside in the human heart. Cain, the elder, worked the land. He tilled the soil, planted seeds, and harvested the crops. Abel, the younger, was a shepherd. He tended flocks, guided them to pasture, and protected them from predators. Their lives, though different, were bound together by blood and shared history. It was a time of innocence, a time before the world knew the weight of sin. But this innocence would soon be shattered. A brother would betray a brother, and the world would be forever changed. Cain, a farmer, brought an offering to God from his harvest. He carefully selected the fruits of his labor, the bounty of the earth. Abel, a shepherd, also brought an offering. His was a firstborn lamb from his flock, a sacrifice representing the best he had. Both brothers, in their own way, sought to honor the divine, their offerings a testament to their livelihoods. But their gifts were received differently. Why? This is where the story takes a turn. This is where we begin to see the darkness stir within Cain, the seed of jealousy planted. God favored Abel's offering. Why? The Bible tells us it was because of Abel's heart. His offering was a true sacrifice made with a pure heart. Cain's, on the other hand, lacked this purity. It was an offering made out of obligation, not devotion. The Bible says that Cain became enraged. Jealousy, like a wildfire, spread through him. He couldn't bear the thought of his brother being favored. His face, once reflecting love for his brother, now contorted with anger and resentment. God, seeing the darkness brewing in Cain, warned him. He told him that sin was lurking at his door, but he had the power to master it. Section 4. The first murder. Cain, consumed by his jealousy, ignored God's warning. He invited his brother Abel out to the fields, pretending a desire to reconcile. But in his heart darkness festered, and in those fields, far from the innocence of Eden, Cain struck out. He killed his brother, the first murder. Blood stained the earth, a testament to the terrible power of unchecked rage. The world, once untouched by such violence, now bore the scar of sin. Cain, the once loving brother, was now a murderer. He had succumbed to the darkness within him. Section 5. The mark of Cain. God, knowing what Cain had done, confronted him. "Where is your brother Abel?" he asked. Cain, his voice dripping with deceit, responded, "Am I my brother's keeper?" But his lie could not hide the truth. God saw through his deception. He saw the blood on Cain's hands. He saw the darkness that had consumed him. Cain, banished from God's presence, was marked. This mark, a sign of his sin, would follow him wherever he went, a constant reminder of the terrible act he had committed. He was cursed to wander the earth, separated from his family, forever bearing the weight of his crime. Section 6, a timeless warning. The story of Cain and Abel is a tragedy. It's a story of jealousy, anger, and the devastating consequences of sin, but it's also a story of choice. Cain chose to give in to his anger. He chose to ignore God's warning, and in doing so he chose his fate. This story, though ancient, holds a powerful message for us today. It reminds us that we all have a choice to make. We can choose to be consumed by anger and jealousy, or we can choose love, forgiveness, and compassion. The choice is ours, and the consequences of our choices will reverberate through our lives and the lives of those around us. What will you choose?